My name is Grace Benenson. I'm 60 years old, and I have a brain injury because I had a stroke in 2014. And some of my disabilities include my inability to perceive things on the left side because the stroke happened on the right side of my brain. And sometimes I struggle with strength issues and making decisions because those are things that are affected by the stroke on that side of your brain. And there's a lot about what my disabilities are that I don't even realize sometimes unless I get into a situation where someone will say, "Why did you do that?" or "How did that happen?" And then I realize that it was part of my disability. I try not to focus on what my disabilities are, and I try to focus on the things that I feel good about that I can do. Like I really enjoy art, and I really enjoy spending time with my friends and my granddaughter. And those are things that make me feel normal. And right after I got out of the hospital, I think the hardest thing for me was realizing that my life wasn't going to be the same as it had been for like 40 years, that I had gotten used to a certain adult amount of responsibility. But when I came out of the hospital, all of a sudden I was like this disabled person that I didn't know. So I had to spend some time figuring out how I was going to deal with that, whether I was going to let that defeat me or be a help to me. So I pretty much made up my mind when I came to the inclusion center that I was going to use whatever happened to me to be a positive thing, to make me stronger and to be able to help other people. That's my story.
Do you feel like you have an example of a time when your ability to make decisions has turned out to have a really positive social impact in things that you've done?
I think that now I'm more willing to put myself out there than I was before. Before, my life was all about just, doing the humdrum day-to-day things like going to work and doing what I was supposed to be doing. But now I'm willing to take more chances with myself and make a decision to be active in political things and in social things that I never would have done before. So that's a way that it's been a positive thing for me, because before I was like in a little box and I didn't even know it, that I was like, so set in what I was doing that even though I had these aspirations inside of me that I wanted to be out in the wider world and speak my voice and say what I needed to say, I wasn't willing to do that because I was afraid that would jeopardize my life. But now I don't feel that way. Even though I have these problems sometimes perceiving things, that just means that I have to go deeper into things and think about it more thoroughly than I did before. It would just be like a quick off the cuff remark or something that I'd make about something, but now I think a lot more about it because I'm not so sure of myself that I'm going to say the right thing. I have to think thoroughly about something before I decide to do it, and that you understand that it takes more time for people who have brain injuries to make a decision and to figure things out sometimes than it does for people who don't have a brain injury.